When you think craft brewery locations in Minneapolis, Northeast, Uptown, or Lynn Lake, they probably come to mind.
But there's a new brewery that has opened up in the heart of downtown Minneapolis in Loring Park. Lakes and Legends Brewing Company opened in November on LaSalle Avenue, right underneath that big new glass high-rise. And joining us now is Ethan Applin, the co-founder and CEO of Lakes and Legends. Ethan, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So how did you get started in the craft beer business?
Well, it was kind of a career change for me. Beer was something I was really interested in for a long time.
Like many of us are.
Oh, yes.
I was sort of a big beer geek and loved to go around and drink everything. And I was looking for a career change.
What were you doing?
I actually worked in technology and new businesses out in LA and entertainment.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so this was a big shift.
Did you know that you wanted to come and kind of find a spot in downtown Minneapolis?
You know, we didn't know downtown, I mean, that was going to be our sort of final spot. We were looking at a lot of places where other people are, things like Northeast and over in St. Paul. And the spot we ended up in just sort of fell in our lap, and it was really exciting to us to kind of blaze a new trail and try and get downtown and really in the middle of Loring Park, which seemed like a neat area.
So
I'm excited.
Yeah, so many people living over there too. You have built-in client base. Tell us what you were trying to do with the beers. I know you brought a variety, but there's so many brew pubs. You are going a little different from what a lot of the places are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're trying to focus on Belgian and farmhouse style ales.
Oh, great.
You do see that out, like, you know, a lot of different breweries
You'll
will
see
do one or
one,
two beers.
yeah.
Yeah, we really wanted to kind of dive into the style and play
Explain
around.
what that is, so for people who don't know what the hallmark of a Belgian beer would be.
Sure. Well, I'd say there's kind of two sides that we're playing with. One is farmhouse beers, and that part's really improvisational, and that really had to do with what farmers might have on hand at the end of a harvest and the beers that they'd want to make, actually that the people working the fields would be drinking in the next season. And then the second part of it that we're really starting to play with now is around Trappist beers.
Okay.
And those are the beers that the monks were making in monasteries and tend to be a little sweeter and a little higher alcohol level.
So I see a pinkish beer.
Yep.
That's not something you typically see. It's cranberry based?
This one is actually our raspberry honey beer.
Oh, wow. Okay, but you have a cranberry beer.
We do. We have a cranberry beer. It's, I'll tell you, it's been a big hit. We put it on for the holidays.
And this came out of you visiting the cranberry bogs in Wisconsin, or where?
No, this was in Minnesota. So we actually went to the only commercial cranberry farm in Minnesota.
I was going to say, I didn't know we had one.
Yeah, it was up in Aitkin. The family that runs it was great. They had us come up. We were able to get a lot of footage and photos of them doing the harvest.
Cool.
And as part of that, we took back 400 pounds of cranberries and basically mixed that with our Saison and brought out our own specialty.
Fantastic.
Which should we try?
Oh, well, you could do the whole flight here. So
The whole flight?
You start with the Saison, and that's the one I talked about first. So that's your farmhouse style beer. And it's got a little bit of a peppery finish.
Yep.
Yeah,
Very
I like
drinkable,
that.
very
I want to
nice.
try the raspberry.
Yeah.
Kylie will do that, and I will let you know that if you go to WCCO.com, you can read our local Tap Talk blog. There's more on Lakes and Legends, and there are profiles of so many other great craft breweries in the area, so you can get to that at WCCO.com/links. Thanks so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Great, thank you very much.